Welcome back, everyone, to the final part of our Kirby week! And we're gonna finish things off with the last two levels. So first off, Rainbow Resort. And Rainbow Resort, not a difficult world at all. It's just more or less, just take everything that you've learned and just haul ass at this point. This first level, it's just pretty much just like, it's just a big exercise in the copy abilities. Overall, not too bad to get through, but honestly, I think out of all of the levels here, I think this is the one that probably bored me the most. 'Cause it's like, I guess it's just fairly standard, It's like, it's not much of a challenge, because it's just more or less, just get an ability and break through the blocks, and it's just like, if you're gonna do, if you're gonna do something like this, where it's like, take advantage of all the various copy abilities, like, really give me a chance to truly exercise them, But, all I'm doing here is I'm just busting through blocks. Whoop-de-doo, Just go through. It's like, oof, yeah, dick move there. And then, yep, let's just fly over everything, despite the chug. I mean, look how long it's taking these snowmen to summon their snowflakes. But yeah, it's like, I know I keep complaining about the chugging, and trust me, this is still not the worst offense of it. That's still to come. But, no, for the most part, just fly over everything. Yep. And we are done. So, pretty easy. Now, the next part, the next level, mini boss rush. So, these are the guys that give you all those nice special abilities. So, crash, mic, hammer, body throw, all the special powers that you don't get very often. And you're gonna go through every single one of them. And we got a lot to cover here, so if you do not mind, I'm going to speed along. Alrighty, that was an ordeal. It's not difficult, it's just very time consuming. I guess I didn't really realize just how many of these little mini guys I actually went through, so I mean, yeah, it's not difficult, it's just very time consuming, because there were just times where I was like, okay, who is left at this point? Because here I'm thinking like, okay, I've gone through everybody, and it's like, crap, there's the lion, forgot about the lion, because you really only fought the lion one time, whereas you fought everybody else a couple of times. So it's just very time-consuming. And now we are back to sleeping guys. It's like, how can the sleeping give me more chugging? It's like, yeah, it's like, I see what you're getting at, game. You want want me to get these sleep powers. You want me to be useless. But no, I see through your game. I'm not falling for it. And then a random sword guy. Alrighty, so this level, this was more or less like another exercise of the copying abilities. And, you know, except like, you know, this one's actually a little bit more, they actually attempted to give a little bit more of a challenge. You know, if only just like, yeah, it's, you know, very maze-like. You know, that, yeah. Sorry, I cannot talk today. It's like, it's where it's like, yeah, just we're gonna, oh, thank you, Meta Knight. You know, that's, yeah, it's just, you know, okay, take advantage of the terrain along with the copy abilities. So it's like, okay, we got some ice, you know, play around with that. So, you know, a nice step up from the first one, where it's like, you know, again, where I was saying how the first one, you know, yeah, I get that it's an exercise in the copy ability, but I really felt like it was just, yeah, not challenging at all. At least this one provides some sort of a challenge. That's all I ask, you know. This is a little bit more fitting for, what you call it, the final world, you know? Or at least it was. Okay, so you might have noticed, suddenly the jump in lives, so, yeah, pretty much from here on out, like, yeah, this is where, you know, my talent at sucking at Kirby really starts coming into full force here, because it's like, yeah, these last two levels, you know, yeah, I keep losing lives, and I game over a couple of times, but I'm not going to stop every single time, you know, like what I have been doing, where it's like, you know, okay, we're just gonna stop every time that I die, throw some random clip just to, like, you know, make you guys laugh and go from there. It's like, yeah, if I did that, we'd be here forever, so, you know, like I said, I'm gonna, you know, kind of skip over what I've been doing lately on that one, and just going to do, yeah, just gonna pretty much do the standard, skipping ahead. You know, let's just get through these levels, because, you know, it's like, yeah, we got a lot to do. And another one, not difficult at all, really, just it's another time-consuming one. So yeah, it's like, yeah, this is another world, again, kinda like the first one, but, again, like I said, you know, at least by playing around with the terrain, they are trying to give some kind of a challenge, and it's like, I will gladly take that. Freaking Gordo, that was a great shot. Oop, don't get trapped in there. Oh my god, thank you. I'll gladly take back that life. It's like, yeah, oh, no. It's like, oh, screw you guys. It's like, yeah, here I am trying to actually use the crash ability. And it's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna let me do that? Fine, forget you guys. Okay, I've got to ask, what exactly is the point of the little wheel down in the bottom? All he's doing is just going back and forth, like, is that something like, can I suck that guy up? Or kicks? Like, is that really all he's doing? It's just, I'm just gonna go back and forth, and no one can stop me! It's like, I don't know, that just seems so weird. And then, yep, another bit where we can just fly over everything. Alright. Yeah, so it's like, okay. I think I was supposed to have gotten the fireball ability there. That way, not only could I light the fuse, I could also get to the cannon quickly. But, oh well. You know, nothing you can do. Alright! I just have to say, I absolutely adored this level. Which is so weird, because like I said, I've never played the original, like the first Kirby game, never played it. But I know this is a massive throwback to it. I mean, everything's black and white, you got the music playing, I guess I am just a big sucker for throwback levels like this, you know, it's like, you know, I just think, like, you know, it's like, it's a cute little throwback, you know, it's nice that, you know, they recognize, you know, where the character came from, especially considering the fact that, you know, between the first game and this one was such a massive departure, so it's nice to be able to actually see that, you know, it's like, yeah, we recognize where Kirby came from. And like I said, I'm just a big sucker for when, you know, games do big throwbacks like this, provided that they're good. You know, that's like, I mean, it's like, yeah, like Sonic Generations. That's an entire game is a massive throwback to, you know, the things we love about classic and modern Sonic games, you know, and I love Sonic Generations. Or even like Super Mario Odyssey. My favorite level in Super Mario Odyssey was like, what is it, the last mission in New Donk City, where it's just, okay, let's just do the 2D platforming, and it's just a massive throwback to Donkey Kong, which was like, you know, yeah, that was technically Mario's first game. You know, that was the game that introduced him. Granted, he was Jumpman at the time, but, you know, regardless, it's still a throwback. And all the while you got Pauline, you know, who was, you know, the woman that Mario was trying to save in that game. You got her singing the main theme song for Super Mario Odyssey, and it's just, I love it. Like, I just had so much fun with that level. It was just, and it's like, when I play levels like that, I just get like the biggest smile on my face. And it's like, I can certainly appreciate that here, despite the fact that I've never played the original Kirby game. That being said, I guess, let me throw this out there for you Kirby nuts out there who have actually played the original Kirby for Game Boy. Would you recommend it? I'm well aware that, yes, it's not your standard Kirby in that, you know, this was the game that introduced the copying abilities, so there's no copies. All Kirby does is fly, inhale, and spit things out. I'm well aware of that, and I'm well aware that, you know, it's a very, very short game, too. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can beat it in, like, half an hour or something. It's not a very long game, but, you know, it's a Game Boy game, so of course. But that being said, if there's a means to play it, would you recommend that for somebody who's relatively new to Kirby? But that being said, let's now fight the boss of Rainbow Resort, King Dedede. Not a difficult guy. It's just more so trying to like pick up the patterns. It's like, you know, Because it's like, yeah, there were times, I mean, you can see, like, I can tell you, I've gone through several lives, and I think I went through one game over trying to pick up the patterns, because it's like, you know, there's just some things where it's like, you know, I see where you're going with this, but it's like, you know, again, like, here I'm thinking, oh, okay, you're gonna try and charge at me, and I go to dodge, but no, you're just throwing your hammer out so that I can, you know, get more stars. Or like there, you do several rows of the stars, and then you try to pounce on me. So it's like, you know, it was stuff like that was tripping me up. Like, you know, where he's inhaling and bouncing around, no big deal. When he does the jump up and slam, which is like, what is it, the up B for, in Smash, or when he inhales and spits you out, yeah, that's relatively easy to dodge, you know. But yeah, you know, once I got that pattern down, it was like, yep. Alright, so, the final level, the Fountain of Dreams. Okay, I gotta be honest. I was not expecting this. I was just expecting, like, okay, you know, final boss is gonna be King Dedede, and, you know, we're just gonna beat him. We're going, you know, we've beaten up his goons. We fought Meta Knight. We've put the Star Rod back together, and now it's time to ruin Dedede's vacation and take a shit on his couch for good measure. And apparently not. I guess, from what I'm gathering anyway, so the Star Rod, I guess, led to this guy here. I mean, I was under the impression that it was like, you know, as soon as I saw this, like, okay, it's like, okay, so surprise final boss. So, you know, and again, not difficult. I mean, just dodge the stars and just, yeah, like pretty much, yeah, final battle, you get the Star Rod, so go and use it. So, you know, okay, that's cool and all. That's just one of those things, like, I was just really not expecting this, you know? So it's like, I don't know, I guess I was thinking, like, you know, okay, so maybe the Star Rod was meant to seal this guy, but apparently it summoned it? So it's like, kind of makes you wonder, how did King Dedede find out about this guy? Like, you know, I guess, like, not expecting Dedede was trying to actually do something good here, you know? It's like, I'm well aware, like, from what BJ's told me, that, I mean, Dedede is not malicious by any means. He's just, like, he can be, like, a very selfish king. You know, he does have his own self-interests, but usually not at the detriment of, like, you know, usually at the detriment of Dreamland or anything. So it's like, I know BJ had said that. I always figured maybe that was just something that was established maybe way later on. And, you know, the first Kirby games just had him being the big bad guy. But I guess maybe that started here, where, you know, yeah, Dedede was actually trying to, I guess Dedede was actually trying to, keep Dreamland in check by, you know, breaking the Star Rod and giving out the pieces, you know, to keep this guy from coming back. And we just ruined everything. So, you know, good job, Kirby. So now this brings us to the final boss of the game. And it's this, I don't know, I think the game just called him Nightmare? I'm sure he's got a different name. But yeah, it's like, okay, we're fighting this, like, snidely whiplashing motherfucker. And this is by far the most egregious example of the chugging that, you know, all throughout this game, that I keep bitching about the chugging. You know, it's like, this is really at its worst. And it's like, look at the speed of the background. Look at the speed that this guy's, you know, juking around like crazy. And here I am. I'm just trying to, like, you know, get some ground so I can use the Star Rod on him. And it's like, yeah, there's multiple times where it's like, yeah, I go to exhale and use the Star Rod, but I'm chugging so much that it doesn't look like I'm getting any ground. So, once again, if you do not mind, I am literally going to just skip through, because this was the part of the game that I easily died the most on. Yeah, so, you wanna know how many times I died and gamed over? So much that I had to make another recording. Like, literally, it was like, I noticed that just going through Rainbow Resort and not anticipating another boss fight, that I was, like, into a 40-minute recording. So I was like, okay, let me pause, let me stop the recording, just to make sure I get Rainbow Resort, and then we can move on to Snidely Whiplash here. And then, yeah, it took me about another 39 minutes to go after this guy. And like I said, it was because, I think it's between me sucking and the chugging, that literally pretty much my strategy at this point was, okay, when he's up in the air like that, don't even bother trying to jump and shoot with the Star Rod, you know, which sucks. Because when you jump and shoot with the Star Rod, it takes like 3 of those little bars out of this health. I mean, it takes a lot off, and ideally, that's what you should be doing. But because I kept having issues with lag and chug and shit, yeah, instead, I was literally just doing this. Doing like the little spin jump thing, which instead takes off 1 bar. And this guy had an entire filled bar and then some. So yeah, spent way too long on this guy, you know. I'm sure that on the original console without the chug, this would be a way more fun, way more engaging boss fight. But it's like, at this point, it's just, nope, just finish it off, and now you're done. Thank Christ. Like, I can't tell you how mentally exhausted I was finishing this guy solely because of that chug. And there we go. Blowing up the moon before Eggman did. Kirby fought to find the Star Rod. But King Dedede did not mean any harm. Bad dreams had invaded Dreamland. A nightmare came to the Dream Spring and tried to cause pain to the people. Dedede foiled the nightmare by hiding the Star Rod from him. Dedede helped Kirby beat the nightmare. Just more so just spitting us to get to him. Now everyone's dreams will return. Tonight Dreamland will sleep well. Alright, so as these credits roll, so final thoughts on Kirby's Adventure. Oh, man, you know, this was a fun game. I did like this one a lot, you know. Like I said, like, you know, yes, there have been better Kirby games to have come since, you know, it's like, you know, I still love Epic Yarn. That's still probably my favorite Kirby game so far. But, you know, but even like Triple Deluxe. But, you know, again, not really fair to judge on that one because this was the first game to introduce the copy abilities and really make Kirby stand out on its own. And fuck you, Cascoon. But yeah, this was the first one that really, like, you know, did all of that. So, you know, I can't really be too harsh on it. But for what we did get out of it, you know, yeah, it was fun. You know, I did like this one a lot. And, you know, I was like, nice attempt. Do like, you know, the levels were pretty good. I do, you know, the music was good. I do gotta say, like, I think, you know, probably the biggest criticism I have for it, and I don't even think it's so much the game's fault so much as the port's fault, and that's really the chugging. You know, the chugging was getting on my nerves a lot, and, you know, it did, you know, make things a little bit more complicated, but like I said, I don't think I can fault the game itself for that so much as I can fault the Switch port for it. But, yeah, that's about it. So, it pretty much ends on this screen where it just says the end and bye-bye. So, we're just going to switch out to the SNG logo. But yeah, guys, hope you all enjoyed me going through Kirby's Adventure for the first time. Definitely up for playing some more Kirby games. You know, I don't know if I do it solo again like this one, because, my God, this was harder to do by myself than it was, you know, to get the other guys involved, especially because, you know, some of the dumb decisions that I took with it. It's like, you know, okay, yeah, let's do it solo. Dumb idea. Yeah, I'm gonna do the commentary, editing, and everything, like, for each episode, like, on that day, so that way, like, you know, because I was noticing people were leaving comments, and I figured I'd want to address them, like, within the next day. Dumb idea. Don't do that. We usually go ahead and, you know, get a bunch, you know, recorded, commentated, ready to go, so that we don't run into that issue. And then, I also did this on Mother's Day weekend, which threw the monkey wrench on the last 2 days. Dumb idea. Don't do that. But, you know, despite my shortcomings, I do hope that you guys enjoyed. Like I said, definitely up for playing some more Kirby games in the future, but it's probably going to be getting the rest of the guys involved. But, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to be going back to, regularly scheduled stuff. BJ did, start the new Let's Play, his, Yokai Watch 2. God help me. But we at least got that started now, so, you know, Monday recordings are back. Tuesday recordings will come back when Ryan is good and ready. Brandon is still being Brandon. And, yeah, everything else will still be going according to plan. Golden Wind Geek Out will also be uploaded later today. At least it should be, you know, provided that nothing happens, you know, with the rendering. But, yeah, you know, had a lot of things to take care of for these past couple of days. And I think now, after all this, I'm going to rest. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next game.